They don't know my name, I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains, I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. They say fall and you let go, but I know I got an antidote to retain some kind of self-control. Look inside my head through a telescope. You erase all the calls from a telephone. No sense of smile, maybe tell a joke. Holding back your tears, singing minimal syllables. Yeah, look at me, out the asylum. Was a fate or mistake, cause the time ain't up. Yet the parts of my mind don't get much love. If you want in my head, come and call me up. You look like a twisted Robin Hood. You take from the rich and the poor and us. Wearing diamond shoes where you walk your pugs. In a town you create where there ain't no love. Where do I go? When I'm alone? Not on the phone. When I'm home. They don't know my name. I get through the pain. Taste it on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains. I get through the pain. Taste it on my face like it's lemonade.
Stop taking, but still got a reflux. Eyes drip out from the socket to a teacup. Drink up inside, look when they peep us. She's us in the belly of the beast, but outside there's a war going on your front lawn. Black Hawk see the red dawn horizon. Blind yet I'm rising, abiding by laws of attraction. My thoughts still rising. Thinking, what type of knowledge don't sink in? Life gives you lemons and my only thought is drinking. Thirsty, will I be alive or dead before 30? That's all that concerns me early. Lemonade quenching my inner rage when it takes center stage way before they pour it on my grave. Minute Maid, let it set my soul ablaze. On each and every way, put me in the water for the save.
They don't know my name, I get through the pain. Taste it on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains, I get through the pain. Taste it on my face like it's lemonade. They don't know my name, I get through the pain. Taste it on my face like it's lemonade.
Lemonade, lemonade.
Tie me up in chains, I get through the pain. Taste it on my face like it's lemonade. Oh.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at newly named State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Las Vegas Raiders. Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And off we go on EA Sports. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Murray to air it out again. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. So first and goal now from the 7-yard line. On first and goal, Drake. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air. I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
And the Cardinals will go up 7-0.
Makes the score Cardinals 7, Raiders 0.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Tackle made by
Devondre Campbell.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second.
The last play got just a yard. Here's second and 9 from the 26. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
He was brought down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On second down now, it's Jacobs. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 11 yards there, first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
10 at their own.
Well, it's third and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Throwing on first down is Carr. It's a screen to Richard. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
To Jalen Richard.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. And that will be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. They go with Jacobs. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
First down, Las Vegas.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Here's Jacobs. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
At the 20-yard line.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Shotgun now for Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. From the gun, it's Drake. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And Murray throwing complete here to Drake. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
A gain of 6 there on first.
At the 50-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
44 is the mic. 44 is mic. Check.
Running for the shotgun with Drake. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action.
44. Here we go. D all day. Defense all day.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 26. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
6-yard line.
Fitzgerald's got it right side. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
At the 11-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now the former Sun Devil, Zane Gonzalez, for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Raider offense set to get this drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
from the 29. Carr. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Jordan Phillips. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Zane Gonzalez to kick off for Arizona.
The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Now Ruggs going to get a chance to run, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Carr. Got an open man, it's Ruggs. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
28-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. A good head-down running on the return, gets about 15 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going...
It got his man complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one goes for 36 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Carr going to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick.
Well, Brandon, this is a former first-round pick, and he's been a bit of a disappointment in his career up till now, but he's still got room to grow. And this is an excellent play right here to come away with the football.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 45. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards that time. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now a dump off here complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Cardinal 1st down on a gain of 13.
1st and 10 at the 17.
Murray going to run play action with Drake and look to throw it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Max Crosby just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Fitzgerald hauling it in from Murray. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Now Murray off play action. They'll roll him out right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of it.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Carr. Open man is Edwards. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A very solid gain of 27. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Flush to his right. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. Murray a give. This is Drake. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Murray hooking up with Kirk for an Arizona first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and tell him to go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Intended for Dan.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Murray. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
First down, Murray. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Murray. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton.
In your face!
He takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick six makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
What may seem a little unorthodox to some people, got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, Drake. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And this is caught at the 8. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Cardinals will extend their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. You can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Score Cardinals 19, Raiders 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 11 yards there. 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On 1st down, Carr. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. Right back to Waller. He's got it this time. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 16 yards, a 1st down.
1st down, Raiders.
What now?
Carr now on 1st down. Pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
And it's 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every...
Kick it and go. Kick it and go.
never a cap, out of the draft, watching me ball. Soon as I snap, hit of the pack, walk for the sack, shaking them all, breaking them all, talking my tall, walking my wall like I do. Sit on the throne, get in the zone, turn it on, must be the shoes, must be the team, must be the camp, must be the crew. You need a win, who need a win, that's all we do. I've been a king and I've been about mine, never could doubt mine. They running the route, I leave an outline when I hit it. Step on, spin move, in zone, scope, from sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. Step on, spin move, in zone, scope, from sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. Putting it down for that, time I was down and out. Had to bring grinding back, doing the drills and working the wheel where you're grinding at. You know what it be, playing this here for the keeps. Had to make out with a feast, a family to feed. Third cold where the trophy should be. EA got me in the game now. Read on with the game now. They're here with a lane now. My home second with a rain now. Legendary on the field, kind of drip is a skill. This the highest cruiser bill, ain't nothing just to heal. Step on, spin move, in zone, scope from sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Tennessee Titans. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. On first down, it's Tannehill. He finds Corey Davis. Now Davis fumbles it, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Not only a fumble loss there, but a fumble lost on your first drive in your own territory.
Now you're dealing with a lot of stuff here because you feel bad going off the field because you gave up the football. How does your own defense feel now having to go out there and stop them when the momentum is clearly shifted in their favor?
Dancing to his left. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one goes for 24 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Now Carson fumbles the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Number 22. Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Last play, this time they double it and pick up 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Down.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Returning it is Moore. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
39-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, for the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going.
He's got it at the 15, and all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 60 yards, and the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
25-yard line. The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. This is their third drive right now. Maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
24-yard line.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
And it's 3rd down.
Get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
Brings up
after 1-7-0 on EA Sports.
First quarter with the score Seahawks 7, Titans 0.
Here's Brett Kern now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Here's more on the return. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Their own 17-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wilson. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Over 1st and 10.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. A first down carry for Henry. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
27-yard line.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans.
Touchdown.
Derrick Henry. 27 yards. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. Well, switching gears for a second. Look, Charles, we know it's part of the game, but injuries, again, a big story in Week 5. Most notably, of course, Dak Prescott. Pretty severe ankle injury that's going to keep him out the remainder of the season, and that's really just the latest. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Intercepted.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
He was taken down.
The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
A gain of
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
the tackle made back at the 40.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive. 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves him from a 3-and-out. It's complete to Brown, right side. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
It's 2nd and 8.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
Jonnu Smith.
Jonnu Smith in the final seconds of the first half. And the Titans have taken the lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Catch made at the 12-yard line. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. That's complete. It's Carson out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Harold Landry able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
1st down, Tennessee.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Derrick Henry. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Tannehill now to throw. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
To number 41.
Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
First down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Henry. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Handoff.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. Now it's Tannehill, letting one go deep for the end zone. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
Tannehill's pass.
A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And it's 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
2nd and 10 now. Wilson looks for Lockett once more. This time he's got it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 32-yard line. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Harold Landry getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. David Moore, 42 yards. And the Seahawks are within the extra point of taking the lead. And that is going to put them up by 1, and it sets us up for quite a finish here.
Seahawks 14, Titans 13.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
3rd down.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Now it's Tannehill. Flushed out right. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Tannehill. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. They run again with Carson. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Wilson to throw. And that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
For the Seahawk field goal. A 42-yard attempt.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up through an opening, and there he goes. 30. 20.
Come on now.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. Wow.
So that changes everything. Everything. I mean, instead of adding to their fourth quarter lead with a field goal, they surrender the lead on the block and return.
And for such a critical kick, the blocking has to be better. Brandon, that reminds me of a game that you call. Became famous, didn't it?
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a catch.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
He's back to throw. And he's got Lockett. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 19. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
14.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll find Metcalf. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. This will be caught just inside the 10. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Wilson to lock it there for the Seahawk 1st down. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Throwing now is Wilson. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Jeffrey Simmons showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. Well, no doubt an electrifying finish to have it down inside the 10-yard line. That final shot, though, they couldn't get it in the end zone, and that's all she wrote.
And they had the final shot. The last snap taken that close to the end zone. They don't get it in, so they'll regret that, but flip it over. Making a stand in that portion of the field, congratulations to them.
She don't know that I can pace it. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay. And this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. This taken in about 4 yards deep. Out to the 25. Start to the drive, picking up 12 yards there and a very quick first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
A gain of 13. It's a first down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
The Titans first down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
Number 28.
A great effort there. 29 yards. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee.
The score, Titans 7, Packers 0. Stephen Gostkowski set to kick off.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A first carry now. This is Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Back at the 20-yard line.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Covered by Kevin Byard.
To throw again. Rodgers got his man complete over the middle. That's Shepard. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams. 40 yards. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 8.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now it's Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Complete.
That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
First down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
10 at the 29-yard line.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. It's caught. Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, 28 yards. And the Packers have taken the lead. And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Packers 14. Titans 7. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out.
5-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They do get set.